3, 2, 1, 0.
Roger, the clock is operating. We're underway.
You're loud and clear.
Roger, we're programming and roll okay. A little bumpy along about here.
Roger. Stand by for 20 seconds.
Roger. We're smoothing out some now, getting out of the vibration area.
Roger, you feel max Q, flight path is...
Roger, feels good through max Q and smoothing out real fine. Cabin pressure coming down by 7. Okay, flight very smooth now. Sky looking very dark outside.
All Roger, reading you loud and clear 7. Cape is go. We're standing by for you.
Roger, Cape is go and I am go. Our capsule is in good shape. Fuel 103, 102, oxygen 78,100. Cabin pressure holding steady at 5.8. Amps is 2.6. All systems are go, indicating 6 Gs. Roger, 0 G, and I feel fine. Capsule is turning around. Oh, that view is tremendous.
Roger, turnaround has started.
Roger, capsule turning around, and I could see the booster during turnaround just a couple of 100 yards behind me. It was beautiful.
Roger, 7. You have a go, at least 7 orbits.
Roger, understand go for at least 7 orbits. The Friendship 7 can see clear back a big cloud pattern way back across toward the Cape. We're all set. This is very comfortable at 0 G. I have nothing but very fine feeling. It just feels very normal and very good. Have very little dirt floating around in the capsule, just a little bit, and preparing to take Xylo's pill at present time. This is Friendship 7. The head movements cause no sensations whatsoever. Feel fine. Reach test, I can hit directly to any spot that I want to hit. I have no problem reaching for knobs and have adjusted to 0 G very easily, much easier than I really thought I would. I have excellent vision on the charts, no astigmatism or any malfunctions at all. I feel fine so far, over.
Roger, understand.
This is Friendship 7, have beautiful view of the African coast, both in the scope and out the window. Out the window is by far the best view. Part of the Canaries was hidden by clouds. Roger, how you doing, Gordo? We're doing real fine up here. Everything is going very well. Over.
John, you sound good.
Roger, control fuel is 90100. Oxygen is 75,100. Amps are 22. All systems are still go, having no problems at all. Control system operating fine. Over. The only unusual thing I have noticed is a rather high what appear to be a
Welcome guys, welcome to the stream. I hope everybody had a fantastic day, fantastic afternoon, fantastic evening as you hang out with me here for about an hour. We'll see, I might go a little shorter. I made a mess in the kitchen and I have a shitload to clean up. That's no excuse, but it might be 45 to an hour, we'll see. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Once again, this is going to be a laid-back hangout stream. I'm a little bummed. Let me know if the music is too loud, as always, but I'm a little bummed because I was planning on playing Lego Star Wars with Psychotic, Mr. Mod Psychotic there, and I had no idea that it was not multiplayer, online multiplayer. Had no idea. And I launched the game this morning and I was messing around with it, and then I noticed that, wait, there's no multiplayer function, or there's no multiplayer menu, what the hell? And then I googled it, nope, no multiplayer. There's no online multiplayer for any of the Lego games, at least not on the PC. it's a big bummer. It was Lego Star Wars: The Clone Wars. So, you know, eventually I'll probably stream it myself. I don't play them very often. I had no idea. I just assumed that they were going to be online multiplayer because, you know, it's, I don't know, it's year 2019 and most games where you can play on the couch together, you can also play online together, and I was very surprised to find that out. But anyway, Psychotic, we'll find something for sure. We'll find something. Maybe there's some old school Star Wars game that we could fire up. Shit, even if it's like Empire at War. Top-down RTS would be fun, or Galactic Battlegrounds. Something like that would be fun. But the complete saga has online co-op only on Xbox. Yeah, once you told me that, Psychotic, I actually looked online. I looked on Steam to see if that was true about the PC version, and unfortunately it's not. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Movie Battles 2. Oh, I have that bookmarked. I still haven't checked that out. But yeah, I need to check that out for sure. But welcome to the stream, everybody. Mystery Dude, Psychotic, Stuart, Twin Sons, Fury, Derek, Kelly, Mr. Jason, Nightman, Darth Something, the Lego Bros Reviews, MGS Gamer, Wayfez, King Cray, Josh Gonzalez, Skylar. Welcome one and all, guys. Welcome one and all. I'm super happy you're still working with the same format. I subscribed years ago, but YouTube, being YouTube, didn't show me your videos till recently. Really? Yeah, man, Skylar, like, I can see the point where things changed on the back end of YouTube. I can not physically, I can go on my digital computer and look. At a point in my videos where they were going like, boom, they were getting like 50,000, and it was, nothing happened. It wasn't any, like, I didn't change my format. There was no like big downturn of news or anything. It was actually in the ramp up to a Star Wars movie. And all of a sudden, like, a Star Wars science video gets 40,000 views in a couple days, and then boom, the next one gets like 7. And I'm like, what the fuck happened? And I remember having a thought like, what the hell happened? And it was at that point where other YouTubers were discussing algorithm changes, and now it's just like everybody's chasing this algorithm carrot and trying to figure out where it's going next. And it's like an ever evading rabbit as all the rabid dogs are chasing it. You know, it's weird. It's weird. It's almost like pointless to subscribe to a channel nowadays. At least in my opinion. Sure, it still shows in sometimes, right? Sometimes it shows it to you. Most of the time, it seems it doesn't. It's just kind of weird how it's I don't know, weird how it creates trends and stuff like that. It's very strange, very strange. But what are you going to talk about in this stream, Sergey? Anything and everything, man. There's usually no topics to these streams, and if there is a topic, it goes off the rails pretty quickly. But yeah. How well do you think the new Star Wars game will do, Enclave? I have a feeling it's going to do really well. When I got my hands on it out at EA Play, I was very surprised to see how I don't even know what the correct word to use would be, but how heavy the combat felt. How, I mean, the word that they always use, Stig Asmussen always uses, why can't I say that tonight, is thoughtful combat. And until I got my hands on the game and played it a little bit, I did not understand what that meant. And when I got my hands on, I completely understand what it meant. But I think it's going to do well. I think it's going to do well. I hope the narrative, I hope the story is satisfying. But the combat's satisfying to me from what I played. The only thing that maybe, yeah, the only thing I'm kind of crossing my fingers about is the narrative, you know? Oh, I appreciate that, Kelly. She says, love your interview with the game devs. Oh, thank you. I was super nervous when I did that. Never done anything like that. But I'm glad you dug it, for sure. What's up, Eckerd's Ladder? Good to see you, man. Thank you so much for dropping in. The craziest thing about Greedo at EA Play was that he played the game with his feet only, toes on joysticks. Never seen that before, but he said it's not super uncommon. Yeah, I guess it's like it's a Florida thing. Whenever we have LAN parties, Eckerd, we all sit on our asses on the floor and we pass controllers around with our feet. Left big toe for the left joystick, right big toe for the right joystick, obviously. And the further, oh shit, what just happened to my music? What just happened to everything? Oh, there we go. I just paused it. Yeah, we sit down, left big toe for the left joystick, right big toe for the right joystick, and all the other toes are just kind of for the buttons. It's kind of hard to hit the bumpers and the triggers, but usually you push your when I have to hit like a trigger with my feet, I usually the controller's usually on flat on its back, and I push the controller forward with my feet, which causes, you know, kind of a forward momentum of the controller, and then the floor pushes the triggers left and right to fire. But yeah, I was surprised that you never heard of that. It works pretty well. You get used to it. All those toe rings get in the way when you're trying to play Fortnite, though. All my bangles around my ankles. Man, these streams are fun. Appreciate you dropping in, though, man. I said a few times that just hanging out in the room watching some basketball was probably one of the highlights of EA Play, just drinking beers and hanging out with the crew. What's your take on the Rise of Skywalker title? Do you think the speculation of Skywalkers being the new generation of Jedi? Nick. Yeah, that's kind of where my head went when I heard the title. Unbeknownst to me, that's where most people's heads went as well. I thought I was like, oh my god, I got some crazy theory here. I'm thinking on another level, man. And then I started typing up a script after the trailer dropped, and I go online and I'm like, oh, everybody has the same exact idea that I do. I was like, shit. But it's good. I think everybody's kind of on the right track. But yeah. What's up, Mad Dog? Good to see you, man. Andy, hey Greedo, how goes it? It goes well, man. Things are going good. Took my daughter to the zoo today, which was fun. Posted a little picture on Instagram. Do you have an Instagram, Andy? I don't think I follow you. Let me see. Is it Star Wars Ramblings? No. Is it SW Ramblings? Is it super personal and you don't want anybody to know it? Oh, I am following you. There we go. Oh, that's why. Because you haven't posted since August of 2018. That's why. That's why. That's why. Uh-oh. Do you guys hear that that Death Star alarm? That means we have a brand new member to the fleet. Welcome, SWTOR. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, Shipman. I greatly appreciate that, man. I don't know if you know this, but you get a special role in the Hello Greedo Discord server. And also, I do a monthly supporter Q&A. And that supporter Q&A is going to be tomorrow night, Wednesday night, June 3rd, Wednesday night around, you know, I'm going to say probably between 6 to 7 p.m. is when I'm going to start. If you don't want to miss anything, maybe hop on at 6:30 and just cruise the internet until I start going live. But that is loud. I know that's what somebody said to me the other night. I apologize. It's loud for a reason. It's an alarm. Sofa Sith Lord, thank you so much for becoming the latest member of the fleet and supporting the channel on a monthly basis. If everybody could do me a big favor in the chat, I would greatly appreciate it. If you could say, welcome to the fleet, Sofa Sith Lord. I greatly appreciate that, man. So if a Sith Lord says, thanks, yeah, I support on Patreon too. Nice. I just can never think of interesting questions for you, but love your content. Well, thank you so much for supporting it, man. I really appreciate that. And questions don't have to be interesting. If you just want to ask anything, man, if you, like, literally anything, I'm an open book. Anything and everything. If you want to know what I ate for dinner, if you want to know what I ate for breakfast and lunch, what time I go to bed, what time I wake up, what my favorite color is. Anything and everything. But yeah, man, if you can tune in tomorrow night for the supporter live stream, I always wish that I could, you know, merge the two systems together, YouTube and Patreon. So I wish patrons were able to get on the YouTube chat. I've considered, you know, I've considered doing different, I've considered doing different supporter Q&As. One for Patreon that is just kind of, obviously it would just be for Patreon. Because I would, you know, I would do it that way. And it would just be an audio thing. And I would just record enough audio to answer all the questions. I considered doing that and making these supporter Q&As YouTube exclusive. But normally there's not very, you know, sometimes people can't make it to the supporter Q&As, and the fleet isn't huge, so it would, I feel like it might just be me, like, talking to a couple people, you know what I mean, which would be fun. But I kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of nice to have patron questions. I don't know, I'll figure something out. I'll figure something out. But yeah, oh, you guys are asking me random questions. Awesome. Okay, did your shit today. Yes. Sapity, what brand of underwear HG wears? Gildan? Is that how you pronounce it? Gildan? Gildan? G-I-L-D-A-N? Yeah. Oh yeah, ask me random questions. I love it. What creature in the Star Wars universe would you want to be, Stuart? What creature? Jabba. Just gluttonous. You can't do live stream just for your patron. I don't think there's a live feature on Patreon. That's a good question, actually. That's interesting. Huh. I'm gonna look into that, actually. There's something called the Lens that I've gotten emails about. Let me look this up, actually. What is it called? The Lens. Patrons, income, promote. What's new? I'll have to look into that, Jason. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think that the Lens thing is a live thing, or maybe it's just a video uploading thing. I'm not too sure. But Sheev Palpatine, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support this evening. I greatly appreciate that. The sister of a YouTuber called That Star Wars Girl. Let me look up That Star Wars Girl. Passed away. Oh no. Would be nice as a Star Wars YouTuber to give support. Well, that's horrible to hear. Let me go to the channel. I'm sure she's addressed it on her channel. Oh wow.
Hey everyone.
Big.
So
110,000. Damn. That's horrible though, man. That's insane. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm not familiar with that. You guys know that I live under a rock. I only found out who Keemstar was about a week ago. But yeah, that's horrible to hear, man. I can't even imagine. Sorry, I'm looking at her videos. That's horrible. I don't want to ask, you know, further questions about how or anything like that, because I don't even know if she would, that information is out there, but yeah, man, I can't even imagine. Life is so fragile. You said it's her YouTuber called, sister of a YouTuber called. Man, I don't even know what to say. That's rough. I've never experienced anything like that in my life. I mean, I have 2 grandparents that are still alive, even, you know, 90 years old. My wife's mother passed away earlier this year, and I still can't even comprehend what she's going through, still. So I can't even imagine what, I see her name is Anna. Oh, wow, that's, I thought that Avatar, I guess she wears, is that a Ahsoka cosplay? Yeah. I thought that was like a actual screenshot of Ahsoka from the Clone Wars. I didn't realize that was her in cosplay. But, that's horrible. I need to be more involved with the community, I suppose. I hop on here, but... Anyway, Sheev, I appreciate you bringing that to my attention. I'll have to look into it, tonight for sure. But, I can't even comprehend it. Can't even imagine. But yeah, man. I appreciate the support, and I appreciate you bringing it to my attention. Blah. God, that's... yeah. I mean... yeah, like, when my wife's mom passed away earlier this year, it's just so... I don't know. Life is fragile, you know? And having a daughter now, having a baby, 15-month-old kid, it's just really put things into perspective, you know? I don't know. It's crazy. Anyway. The Muddler. Thank you for the super chat and channel support this evening, man. I greatly appreciate that. Do you think Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order will have a secret dark side ending, and what are your opinions on the game's replay value? No, I don't think there's going to be any secret dark side ending. I think it's going to be pretty linear, as the devs said that when I interviewed them out of EA Play. You know, I asked about kind of variations in the narrative and if some of the conversation choices will make any kind of impact, and they made it pretty clear that it's just there to kind of flavor the experience, and it's not going to really impact the story whatsoever. You know, they have a specific story that they're going to want to tell, and I can't imagine that they're going to have a secret dark side ending. I would be, you know, because the story itself is probably just going to be, you know, you're a Jedi and you're a do-gooder the whole way. And I can't imagine that there's going to be a secret dark side ending, especially in this kind of hyper canon Disney era where everything is canon. Like with Force Unleashed, right? Couldn't you kill the Emperor? That was fine. Well, I like games that kind of have that freedom and stuff like that. This is a story in itself, and I can't imagine they're going to have like a secret ending or anything like that. As much as I would love it, I can't imagine, because maybe it wouldn't make that much sense, because it's not like you'd pick light side, dark side throughout the game and stuff like that. But yeah. And the replay value of the game, that's a really interesting question, because most games, Muddler, most single-player games, I'm racking my brain to think about a single-player game that I've played more than once. I mean, Half-Life 2 I've probably played from start to finish maybe 5 times my entire life. Probably the same with the first Diablo, but lately, I mean, I can't think of any games recently that I've played single-player-wise through and through multiple times. So even if it's a Star Wars game, I don't know personally the replay value of the game. And especially maybe because there isn't going to be some kind of crazy light side, dark side decisions and different endings. Unless there are different endings, who knows? I guess that would all factor into a replay value of a game, right? Because for me, replay value comes with completely different experiences. I can experience the game if I can become, in like Red Dead Redemption, I can see myself playing it again, but going completely evil. If I have those RPG elements and I can make decisions that completely change the outcome of the game, yeah, the replay value is there. But if, you know, the replay value is only in collecting trinkets or getting a different color lightsaber for a second playthrough, or like, I don't care, you know what I mean? But who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna say, for me personally, replay value in single player games they don't really go hand in hand with me. It's very rare that I play a game a second time in its entirety. Oh, probably the most recent single player game that I've played through twice was the Stick of Truth. I played that twice. I played it on the Xbox and I played it on the PC. That was released in March of 2014. I've only played the Fractured Butthole once. Do I have that on the PC or do I have that on the Xbox? I have that on the Xbox. Well, it's already been 2 years and almost 2 years since that came out. Interesting. But yeah, Muddler, I appreciate that tonight, man. And Manikov, thank you so much for the silent support this evening. I greatly appreciate that. I greatly appreciate that, man. I hope you're having a good one. I appreciate the support this month as well. And I don't know if you meant to type a message in there. Let me. I'm taking a quick glance to see if maybe you typed a message and I missed it. But if you wanted to be a silent supporter tonight, man, I greatly appreciate that all the same, and I hope you're having a good one. And Michael Baldridge, thank you so much for the silent support as well, man. I don't know if you meant to type a message in there as well. Let me take a quick look, a quick gander. Because sometimes people accidentally click submit without putting a message in there. But I always want to double check. I don't see you up there. But dude, thank you so much for the silent support this evening, Michael. I really appreciate you supporting the channel tonight. And I hope you are having a good one as well. And Subterrell Prospector, happy Tuesday, HG. I work at Kitt Peak National Observatory in Arizona. And during the downtime, your videos and live streams are a great way to pass the time. Nice, man. That's really neat. I'm always curious where people are watching, how people are watching, like when people are watching in their world, on their side of the globe. That's cool to hear, man. What a cool. That's your gig. What do you do there? That's badass, man. The Kitt Peak National Observatory is a United States astronomical observatory located on Kitt Peak of the Quinlan Mountains in Arizona. That's really awesome. I've never heard of this. I was out in Arizona for radio telescope. What? Oh, dude, this is. I'm sure it's pretty monotonous. Public outreach mostly. I operate the telescope. What? I'm sure it's way more monotonous and becomes boring, but that seems like a dream. That seems like a dream, man. That seems like an absolute dream gig for sure. How cool. Looking at pictures. I was in Arizona. We went to Antelope Canyon, and we went to, I know it's a big state. We went to Antelope Canyon. We went to what is that place called? Damn it. Horseshoe Bend. Yeah, that was on our Utah Mighty 5 trip. But that's awesome, man. I love space. It is awesome. Yeah, I believe it. What an awesome job. That's really cool. I appreciate you sharing that little nugget of information there. And there's so much cool shit to look at through the telescope, man. You're looking at fake space right now. You're listening to some goober talk about fake space. You're looking at real space. But I appreciate that support tonight, man. Sofa Sith Lord asks, any future game titles you are looking forward to other than Fallen Order? Cyberpunk for sure. That's probably my most anticipated game other than Fallen Order. Other than that, I'm looking forward to Wolfenstein Youngbloods. I love those modern Wolfenstein games. They're so much fun. So much fun. Yeah, other than that, I can't really think about... I can't really think about... any other titles? Oh, Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm extremely excited for that. Me and my buddy used to play it online all the time, just fly around, and it was such a fun kind of killing time game. And the new one, if you guys haven't seen the trailer for the new upcoming Microsoft Flight Simulator, it's mind-blowing. And you should definitely check it out. But yeah. Michael Baldridge! Thank you so much once again for the super chat and channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. What do you think about the NASA portal they'll be launching for Mars and moon missions? Is that what it's called? Hidden portals and Earth. Wait, what? Portal office. In the decade since the lunar landing, the world has changed tremendously by the Congress declares that the general welfare of the United States requires that the administration seek and encourage to maximum extent possible the fullest commercial use of space. Oh, is it for commercial? Yeah, I'm all for it. It'll bring down costs, if that's what we're talking. The space portal office provides a friendly front door to space, seeks to demonstrate and support more effective and flexible mechanisms for industry, academia, and government collaboration. We pursue partnerships in commercial, cislunar, commercial microgravity, and deep space industrialization. I'm all for it. I still love. I'm quite the patriotic guy. I still love the idea of a nation, of my nation, of the United States, going out there on behalf of its citizens in the world. But I love the idea of kind of, I guess the commercial sector, the business sector getting involved. When competition is introduced, things are usually done cheaper, right? In the private sector, I think it could definitely stir up some innovation and competition for sure. You know, it's almost been 50 years since Apollo 11 in a couple weeks, and we're still burning giant fucking rockets, and it makes sense. It's what we know how to do right now. I just hope in the future, commercialization will push innovation quicker, faster. When me and my dad talk about space and space exploration and astronomy all the time, and every conversation he says the same thing. He's always like, and then we stopped, and he gets mad. He's like, we should have just kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And it's true. We should have kept pushing after Apollo, and we did. We did in different avenues, right? We had Skylab and shuttle programs, and we were partnerships with Mir even, and the International Space Station, and it's all been research for deeper space flights, and it's all been necessary, but things seem to crawl at a slow pace, right? And I think one of the issues is that every 4 years, there's either a president comes up with kind of a NASA budget or something to look forward to, and there's a shot in a couple of years they're going to take, and they're going to say 15 years we're going to do this, 10 years we're going to do this, and then another 4 years from then, somebody else comes in the office and kills the program, and all the money that was spent researching this exciting new frontier gets gutted, and it gets thrown away in the trash can. There needs to be something where forward-thinking projects that will take time, projects that will take decades, need to live. It must be so disheartening every 4 years just crossing their fingers, hoping that their project doesn't get canceled. There needs to be some kind of protective net for these these projects that NASA starts to pursue, you know, because it's a bummer. You hear about them all the time, in the past for sure, but yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see where it goes. It could be great, but again, a part of me, and call it my weird ass tribal uber patriot mindset, I just love the idea of, you know, I love the idea of the international community coming together and working together as humans, but there's something about a nation, as JFK said, committing itself, that just stirs the spirit, you know, more so than, as much as I love it, more so than a SpaceX, a commercial thing. Their heart is in the right place for sure, but when it becomes the norm and it becomes super cheap to fly up there, I can see where maybe companies that don't have their heart in the right place, don't have that kind of innovative spirit, don't have that kind of dreaming mentality, I can see where it might just become, I don't know, another thing. I don't know. What am I talking about? Anyway, Michael, I hope I probably barely scratched the surface of what you were asking there, but I appreciate the question. It's right up my alley, man, and I greatly appreciate that, man. And Carter Lovejoy, good to see you, man. I greatly appreciate that super chat as well. With Disney owning Fox and making R-rated movies, I seriously want to see an R-rated Mickey Mouse animated raunchy comedy for adults. Could you imagine that? Like, what would you want to see in it? Oh, man. First, that will never happen. But what would I want to see in that? What if Mickey Mouse was just a big booze bag and he was like Steamboat Willie? He was what if he was like a drunk sailor, just a booze bag sailor with a foul mouth? That's what I would want to see. That's what I would want to see. How about that? Don't have a desire to see it. It'll never get made. But I think in this fantasy land where Mickey Mouse is an R-rated movie, I would just want it to be like Mickey Mouse is a booze bag sailor with a foul mouth, and maybe he gets into fist fights, and I guess like Popeye, but Mickey Mouse and with cursing. How about that? But yeah, Disney, has Disney ever made an R-rated movie? Let me see. I mean, Disney itself, Disney, not any subsidiaries that it owns. Disney R-rated movies. Okay, well, that's Marvel. '20th Century Fox, of course. That's the thing. It's always funny, like, whenever Disney acquires a thing, and are they getting too big for their britches? Probably. But whenever Disney acquires another studio or something like that, I see a lot of posts saying, like, now they're going to clean up such and such. Now they're going to clean up 20th Century Fox, 21st Century Fox. What? They never do. Hyperbole. Jaws was R when it came out. It's PG-13 now. Was it R? I think it's still R, isn't it? Oh, it's PG? Oh, I had no idea. That's very interesting, Josh. I did not know that. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. You look at a lot of those movies from the 80s especially. I know Jaws was from the 70s, but you look at from like those, well, I guess it all kind of feeds into the same point. A lot of those movies that I grew up watching, even movies geared towards kids like Stand By Me and stuff like that. What is Stand By Me rated? I think that's actually rated R. Stand By Me rating. Where is... it is rated R. That's crazy to me. It's just cursing and stuff, you know. Interesting. But there were, I mean, there were a lot of movies that I watched back in the day that it's kind of surprising that they have such a low rating, or like a kind of lesser strict, I don't even know, MPAA rating, I guess. But yeah. Anyway, Carter, I appreciate that, man. Nick Villolari, thank you so much for the super chat channel support this evening, man. I greatly appreciate it. That's incredibly generous of you. If you meant to type a message in there, I always do this, even if you wanted to be a silent supporter tonight, Nick. If you wanted to type a message in there but you forgot, I'm gonna keep an eye on the chat. That's happened before where somebody super chats and forgot to type a message and I missed it. So I'm going to keep an eye on the chat. But if you wanted to be a silent supporter tonight, Nick, thank you so much for supporting the channel. I greatly appreciate that. I'm kicking into gear. We're building a new house. I'm in my temporary office right now as we're living with my parents while our new house is being built. I got a Clone Wars video coming out tomorrow. I got an Emperor Palpatine prediction speculation video coming out on Thursday. I got a Battlefront 2 themed video coming out on Friday. I got a bunch of dumb shit coming out, but I greatly appreciate it, and I hope you're looking forward to it, because I'm looking forward to putting it out. Just felt like contributing. Thanks though. Well, thank you so much for supporting the channel tonight, man. Channel survives because of you guys, no question about it, and I appreciate that once again, Mr. Nick. And Gary McMillan, hey Greedo, not caught a stream for ages. Hope you and the family are well. What's new with you? Well, good to see you, Gary. Yeah, I missed that avatar there. Yeah, things are going good, man. I appreciate that support tonight. So little quick recap, and I've said this so many times on the channel. So if you guys have heard it, which most of you probably have, I apologize. But me and my wife sold our house. We are building a new house, brand new house, studs to roof, just brand new, and it's going to take 6 to 7 months. In those 6 to 7 months, we're living with my parents. We just got very lucky, you know, just very lucky that they're super cool, and they never even questioned it. They were like, yeah, come live with us for 6 to 7 months. So that's what we're doing while our new house is being built. And that's pretty much what's new with me. Just, yeah. It's crazy. Crazy. I can't wait. My new office is going to be like maybe 5 feet by 5 feet bigger than my old office. It's just going to be so much bigger than my old office. I can't wait. My old office, like, I had it, my desk, you guys have seen videos. The wide angle lens definitely made it look bigger. Let's just say that. I couldn't put 2 of my chairs side by side without hitting the dresser and the desk that were kind of across from each other. Does that make sense? There might have been 4.5 feet of clearance for me to walk through, if that. I am just goddamn excited to I'm excited for the new office. Like I keep like looking up ideas and stuff like that. Like I want to get some really small shelves with 1 or 2 things on it. Maybe a little succulent plant on one of them when the light comes in. I got a small little solar system poster that is a map of the solar system on the date and time that my daughter was born. It's really cool. It's going to go on the wall. I just can't wait. I just can't wait. I just can't. But anyway, I greatly appreciate that support tonight, Gary. And I hope things are going well for you as well. I only set my green screen up about a week ago for the first time in about a month and a half. So that's why a lot of my recent videos have just been me sitting in front of my desk until the most recent one, which was A New Hope review video. Yeah. We'll need a office tour once you're all set up. Oh yeah, 100% sofa. 100%. And I'm gonna, like, it goes for the entire house, but I'm going to really take my time, because when I first moved into the house that we just sold, I just bought a shitload of posters, didn't even consider position. I just junked up the walls. I used tacks to put like action figure boxes on the walls. You know, there was a lot of stuff, and it was cluttered, and I had like 2 dressers and a big desk, and there was less room than I had. And then I cleared all that shit out and made it simple. And still, even then, there is some stuff about it that I wish I would have planned better. But I am going to take my time getting this new office put together the way I'm really happy with it, proud of it. And that just makes me excited to walk in and yeah. Anyway. Man. How is your streaming setup doing now that you're in your rents? Good. It's good. Like, they go to bed so early, and, you know, the one thing that sucks is the internet itself. It's pretty slow. I downloaded, what was it? Was it Fallout 76? I think it was Fallout 76. I think it was like a 60 gig download, and it took about 2.5 hours. At my old house that I just sold, we had fiber internet, and it was gig speed. So that download would have maybe taken a minute and a half. That's the only thing that sucks. It's not, you know, it's not terrible. I live with it. It doesn't affect the streams that much. I just have to decrease the quality of it, but it works out. It works out. Change your title, you have a double negative in it. Yeah. Sometimes I name my streams poop. No, Tristan. No. They're helping us for sure. Yeah, they're just, yeah. They're super cool people. They know they're doing us a huge favor, because in the 6 to 7 months that we're living with them, we're just going to be able to, you know, a lot less stress building a new house and having to save up for stuff. I mean, there's so many fucking fees and all sorts of nonsense that you never even know about. So, nope. Bum. When is Mecha Luke 2 coming? I have, I started it. Let me see. I started a couple months ago. It wasn't gonna be a Mecha Luke video. Where's the title? It's called Plot Leak. No, I will not be defeated. You thought I was dead, but thousands of suns beam. Alright, that's it. How long is that? Let me see. The movie opens up on Force Ghost Luke looking sad. 2 minutes and 42 seconds. I got the audio done. I got like maybe 30 seconds of the animations done and stuff like that, but yeah. Psychotic, thank you for the super chat and channel support once again, man. I greatly appreciate that. Poop! Now you made me do it. Poop, shit, poop. Oh, what happened? Oh, the robot doesn't read things anymore. I need to change that. Oh, here's a super upbeat song. Poop. Yeah, Psychotic. Psychotic's always liked my poop streams. Sometimes I haven't done one. I haven't done one in a while. I don't feel like. I used to, when I couldn't think of a stream title, I used to just type poop, and now I just say stuff like, what is this stream even called? I never seen no Star Wars movie. That's you. I like nonsensical stream names. I could do, let's talk about Star Wars, which I do very often, or #1 PUBG player with a trophy emoji. Nah, let's just throw some poop on there. Poop on there. But I appreciate that, Psychotic. Maybe the next stream will be called Poop. Tomorrow night's is a supporter Q&A, but maybe the Thursday stream will be titled Poop. We'll see. We'll see. Let me respond to this. My wife texted me about my daughter. She's rocking her to sleep.
Sorry guys, my daughter's not going to sleep. Raptark, thank you for the super chat and channel support. I greatly appreciate that, man. You're in the military, almost 40s. Your officer in command is a 16-year-old super soldier who'd take you down in the blink of an eye with no effort and shoot lightning from their fingertips. How do you behave? You're in the military, almost 40s. Your officer in command is a 16-year-old super soldier. How would I behave, or how would this character behave? I can see the almost 40 guy being seasoned. I can see him being well, when you're the way you're describing this right now, Raptark, is the way kind of the officer enlisted relationship was like in the Navy. I'm sure it's like this service wide, but in the Navy, right? So you would have enlisted guys who'd been in there for 20 years. Maybe they're a chief, and then you have a butter bar, as they call them, an ensign come in. Right out of OCS, not knowing shit about shit, and the chiefs have to salute him and all that kind of stuff, right? So the way you're describing it right there, that's what I'm thinking of. So there's kind of a maybe a little bit. You still give respect to the rank, you still give respect to that kind of stuff, but there's a little bit of like, you don't know shit about shit, kid, kind of mentality going on. You know what I mean? That is very common, especially, saw it a lot. I saw it a lot. I was at a helo squadron, a helicopter squadron, and, you know, you would have lieutenant junior grades come in right out of flight school, and they might have thought they were hot shit, but then there'd be a maintenance chief there conducting like a maintenance briefing or something like that, and rank did not matter in those meetings, which was like that maintenance chief, it was a master chief, was in charge. What he said went. He had like 25 years in, and it was just, I don't know how to describe it. Well, for whatever reason, Raptark, the way you're kind of laying out this scenario is how I'm just reminding me of that, like a young kid coming in, and all of a sudden in command of some seasoned guys who have been there for decades. You know what I mean? So you could spin your story kind of like that, where the older guy has been around, he knows more. Maybe the 16-year-old is cocky. Maybe the 40-year-old can't come to, I don't know how to describe it. But yeah. But yeah, I dig it though. I mean, I would spin it that way, because, well, maybe that's just me because the experience, but I think there's some interesting stuff to dissect there in terms of like that relationship, the young kid and the who's in command of the older guy who's been around for a long time, you know. But I appreciate that, Raptark. I watch this on my phone, less occurrences of lag and stuff. Interesting. Yeah, like 4G, 5G, all that stuff is as fast as Wi-Fi now, right? Pretty much. Or maybe faster than most people's Wi-Fi. Maybe. I don't even know. That's a pretty interesting thing to consider. Thanks. Oh yeah, sure thing, man. Yeah, like I said, for whatever reason, it reminds me of that. But that's the first thing that came to mind. I appreciate that, Trailer Guy 94. Sometimes phone, sometimes Xbox. So yeah, I'm curious about that. Where do you guys watch the streams? Because whenever I watch a stream, and it's been a while because we don't have our TV hooked up with Roku or anything like that. I used to watch, like, when my daughter was really young and we were playing on the ground, I might just throw on a stream like that just to have some noise in the room. But I usually watch streams on my TV,
but it's been months since I've done that. Watching a stream on a console is a nightmare. PC way better for typing and stuff. That's true. Yeah, that's true, Andy. I guess whenever I watch streams, I rarely interact. It's more of just kind of like having something on TV, you know? I guess that makes sense. I guess PC makes way more sense for interaction. I have, Andy, I have like had it on my TV and then been on my phone to interact with the chat. So back in the day, I used to like find random small YouTubers who were playing Battlefront, and I would go into their streams and have it on the TV and be on my phone, and I would be like, hey man, keep up the good work, and I would watch them for a little bit and have a chit chat with them just about Star Wars and stuff. So I would do it that way. Big screen to watch, phone to type. But yeah, I have a lazy boy in front of my PC. Best of both worlds. Nice. Phone, so when I get a response, I can screen record it. Oh, nice. I'm watching on a console too. It's not too great. What's up, John? PC. Streams pulled up on my personal laptop. Phone or Xbox for night, PC for midday streams at work. Nice. Phone because it's 1 a.m. with earphones because I don't want to wake anyone up. Oh, that's true. Have you ever heard of Cowboy Bebop? Yeah. Is that anime? Why does that sound familiar? Okay, it is anime. Yeah, I've heard of it. Just I don't know anything about it though. I've probably just seen like Adult Swim commercials, something like that. I agree to listening to the laptop while assembling Legos. Nice, man, Lewis. My goal in the new, I don't know if I'm gonna actually do this, Lewis, but I want to get a Saturn V Lego set. I would love to put that on display on a shelf in my new office, but
what's your ETA on the Andromeda Galaxy Greedo? It's not looking any bigger. I watch your streams on my phone. You're on late over here, so watching I'm in bed. Don't want a TV in my bedroom.
Nice, that's smart. Don't want a TV in my bedroom. That's smart. Gary McMillan, thank you once again for the super chat and channel support, man. I greatly appreciate that. Gary says, what's your ETA on the Andromeda Galaxy Greedo? Here we go. We're going to give a little science lesson here. It's not looking any bigger. I watch your streams on my phone. You're on late over here, so watching... I'm in bed. Don't want a TV in my bedroom. One sec. So, Gary was asking about the Andromeda Galaxy. The Andromeda Galaxy is the galaxy you see right out of the windshield of my Subaru Crosstrek. That is a photo from the Hubble Space Telescope. Is public domain from NASA. And the Andromeda Galaxy is the closest galaxy to us. We are in the Milky Way galaxy, right? The Andromeda is our closest neighboring galaxy. And the Andromeda Galaxy is 2.5 million light years away from Earth. From our Milky Way galaxy. 2.5 million years it takes for light to travel between the galaxies. So the photo that you're looking at right now from the Hubble Space Telescope that was taken by Hubble Space Telescope, all the light hit the optical instruments of that telescope and they traveled for 2.5 million years. So if I'm going at the speed of light right now, and let's say I'm halfway there, I still have another 1.25 million light years to go. It's gonna be a long ass time. But yeah, I mean, I love those mind-boggling, just enormous facts. The distance, the scale and scope of things. Just the Andromeda Galaxy has 1 trillion stars in it. 1 trillion stars. Our Milky Way galaxy has, I believe, between 200 and 400 billion stars. which is nothing. I'm gonna link you guys a video that I really want you to watch. If you do anything after this stream, if I've urged you to do anything, this is the thing that I want you to do. Okay? I want you to watch this video, and I have posted this this video before. Maybe it's been a year or two. I'm gonna link it right now. Okay? If you want to wait, I'm gonna hop off right after I get to Darian Smith's super chat. If you want to wait, feel free. Watch this video. It's on the Andromeda Galaxy. Watch it in its entirety. Please don't fast forward through it. Turn up the music. Turn up your volume. Listen to it, and just sit there for 3.5 minutes and soak it all in. Soak it all in. It's incredible. Every point of light, every single point of light in this video is a star. Watch it. It's mind-blowing. But I appreciate that, Gary. And Darian Smith, thank you so much for the super chat and channel support as well, man. I greatly appreciate that. What did you think of Mad Max Fury Road? It was one of the first 4K Blu-rays that I ever bought, if that's any indication of what I thought of it. I saw it twice in the movie theater. I thought it was one of the most... I think it's one of the best action movies in a decade. John Wick's up there too, but Mad Max Fury Road is one of those kind of movies that you watch it, you just kind of feel weird, right? It's one of those kind of like, it's just so fucking weird that you just feel like you need a shower, a little less human. You need, what the hell is going on? I absolutely love it. It is so out there and weird. Miller just knows how to make something look so uneasy. I love it. I love it. It is non-stop. The entire movie is a goddamn car chase. It is just full throttle adrenaline. And yeah, I love it. I have a poster. I used to have a poster of it in my office. I got a poster of it the night I went and saw it the night that it came out, and I loved it, man. Still love it. I haven't watched it in a while, but I do have it on 4K, and it was, like I said, it was one of the first, if not the first, 4K Blu-ray I ever bought. I might have been. Let me see. When did that come out? 4K. Mad Max Fury Road. 4K. When did the 4K release? Looks like March of 2016, so 3 years ago or so. A little over 3 years ago. Yeah, it's probably been about 1.5 years, 2 years since I've watched it, but yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm in the mood to watch it again, now that you bring it up. But I appreciate that that channel support tonight, Darren. Alright, guys. I gotta get going. I'm gonna pop some popcorn, do some dishes, just hang out with the wife, and one sec. There we go. Alright. I appreciate everybody tuning in, man. It's been fun. I always love doing these kind of hangout streams. I love playing games, but these are just nice and relaxing. Got some flying through space. I always like using the Lightspeed Lounge layout. But, alright, guys. Let me run down the list real quick. This is good ending music for sure. Darian Smith, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Gary McMillan, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Raptark, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Psychotic, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Nick Villolari, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Carter Lovejoy, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Michael Baldridge, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Subterrell Prospector, thank you for the super chat and channel support. Manikoff, thank you for the super chat and channel support. The Muddler, Thank you for the Super Chat and channel support. Sheev Palpatine, thank you for the Super Chat and channel support. Sofa Sith Lord, thank you for becoming a member of the fleet. Alright guys, time to hop off. Clone Wars video up tomorrow around noon Eastern time or so. And then some other shit coming out this weekend as well. And I'll talk to you on the flip side. Enjoy the rest of your week if I don't hear from you. And I'll see you later. Uh-oh, Xander. Xander Rayleigh, thank you so much for the final super chat coming in at the last second there. I greatly appreciate it, man. Thanks for the existential crisis, Greedo. We're just dots in the universe, probably less than. But we're alive. That's the thing, Xander. There's no reason to have an existential crisis. It's fun to think about why. I don't believe there is any why. I think we make our own why, right? But I've never had an existential crisis when I think about the scale and scope of the universe and the little dots that we are. It's kind of humbling, you know? It's kind of humbling. I think in the future, people will be... I mean, think about it, Xander. We're really the first generation. Not the first, but if you look at the history of mankind, we are pretty much the first generation to kind of truly know our place in the universe. And we probably been having scratch the surface, right? But just think about that. For the entirety of humanity, you know, people used to think that the god Ra rode the sun across the sky. I mean, we're kind of in a time where we just know so much, and I think maybe it freaks people out. But I think as the years go by and people kind of grasp it more and it becomes just a well-known thing, I think people will cope with it for sure. We make our own why. But yeah, we're just dots, but we're special dots. That's the thing. We're special dots. We're alive, and we're on our little marble oasis, and we make the best of what we got. And we try not to trash shit up too bad, right? That's why I have so much faith in generations after mine, man. They have a kind of an awareness of things beyond themselves that I just love. I just love seeing. So I have a lot of faith in the generations after mine for sure. That needs to be a Greedo shirt. I like that too. Yeah, I'm gonna write that down. I might actually add a little part to the book based off of that. Where's my pen? There we go. Alright guys, I appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. My daughter's crying. She does not want to go to sleep, I suppose. Alright, I'm going to hop off. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel tonight, tuning in. And I will catch you tomorrow for the supporter Q&A around 6:30 p.m., 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If you don't want to miss anything, for sure, hop on at 6:30. And then I'll probably be around a little after that. But alright guys, enjoy the rest of your evening, morning, wherever the hell you are on planet Earth. And I will catch you all on the flip side. See ya. Well, shit, guys. I really gotta go. I appreciate that, Psychotic. And Xander, thank you so much for becoming the latest member of the fleet, man. I hear my daughter screaming right now. Oh, that's very loud. I apologize. I hear my daughter screaming right now. She's not gonna want to go to sleep. Maybe she's sick. But, alright, guys. I'm gonna hop off now. But Xander, tomorrow night, around 6:30, 7 p.m., supporter Q&A. Tune in. If not, it will be archived, but feel free to hop on. I appreciate the hell out of that support, and I will see you guys on the flip side. See ya.